one word, enthusiasm. Now, you know what is the etymology of this word enthusiasm? It comes from the Greek word en and theos. En and theos. En means God, and theos means within. Friends, when we say that you are enthusiastic, you are passionate, you are vibrant, you are bubbling, it is because it is almost like having the power of God within you. So, this enthusiasm is there to awaken the giant within each one of us. Already that power is latent. We have to just convert it into talent. And therefore they say that the best way you can do it, because enthusiasm, they say, can move men and mountains. That is the power. Can you ever think of anything significant having been attained without a bunch of enthusiastic people who worked for it? You just can't think of it, friends. And therefore, your motivation has to be translated into this enthusiasm. But then when we talk of motivation, enthusiasm, it's all like what is said in the Mahabharata, Duryodhana. We all know what is required to be done. And still, the question is, are we able to, or why are we not able to do it? Janami dharmam nachabe pravritti, janami adharmam nachame nivritti, he said. Friends, here I say what is important is the pain and gain principle. The day or the moment, the pain is more than the gain you perceive, you will never come up to the mark. But if you are able to see the gain, though there is the pain, you will always be. So you have to be able to strategically, in two identical scenarios, people are absolutely equally placed. One is able to do it, the other is not able to do it. Why? Because one has the motivation and the enthusiasm, the other lacks it. One is able to see the gain and the other fellow is seeing only the pain in it, and therefore he is inactive, he is active. Simple as that. And therefore, friends, what I call extremely important for building up your attitude and creating the right motivation or enthusiasm is what I call as conditioning. You have to, friends, do the conditioning. Because if you are able to do that self-conditioning, beautiful slogan, simple, one-liner, you will be what you will to be. Two almost equivalent words, will and will, but so meaningful a statement. So that moment, and therefore, one of the best quotes that I love, one of the best, because the vision that you glorify in your mind, because it has to come, the vision that you glorify in your mind, the ideals that you enthrone in your heart, this is what will build your life. This is what you will become. Friends, it's all about this. And for this, you have to have that self-confidence, self-control, the self-motivation, the self-esteem. Everything comes step by step by step. And how do you do it? As I mentioned earlier, the power is within you. We have to just unleash it. I don't know whether if you have read it or not, but there are some beautiful books on the power of the subconscious mind. Do you know that each one of us, human beings, we have two minds? Do you know that or not? Right? One is the conscious mind, which, now all our conscious minds are active. But there is the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind never ever sleeps. It is the most powerful, and you can get wonders done from your subconscious mind. You know, when I go to today, it's great to have a mixed audience from 13 to 83, as I was mentioning. But otherwise, when I talk to youngsters, you know, an experiment which I always used to do my life, I would say, tomorrow morning, you know, what is your common complaint? Savare uthatu જ નથી. Why? Because even if your alarm rings, what you do is you put it on snooze. Or you let it, music is playing, let it play. Friends, why do you need an alarm? Alarm is here. And try it out. And if you go wrong, if you have done it rightly, if you go wrong, tell me. All that I do when I go to bed is, if I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning, 1, 2, 3, tuck, that's 30 minutes. 3:30. And I don't need any alarm. My eyes wake up. Even if I have tried it out, even a 45 minutes nap after 2 days of sleeplessness, my mind can work. This is the simplest example I can give. I think it's not the right example, but the simplest. Your subconscious mind can absolutely work wonders. And it is documented that people who go to bed saying this is a problem, my dear subconscious mind, the whole day I was thinking, my conscious mind, I was getting no answer. I am leaving it to you to find a solution. Take my word, like Eureka for Archimedes, it will come. And you'll say it has. See, so you have to condition that mind in a particular manner. But if you do that, friends, I'm only saying it is like awakening a giant within. Every one of us has got such marvelous powers. And I'm making no statement beyond what all of us know, that we as human beings, if somebody uses 5 to 8% of his brain power, he comes in an exceptional class. Otherwise, majority of us are still in those 2, 3, hardly. So, we are having a huge powerhouse within us, but we are not able to do anything. It's a very small but interesting example I want to give. If you do your conditioning, think of it. Riding a bike. From the time you were a tiny tot to you have become a seasoned biker. When you were a tiny tot, they say you were having unconscious incompetence. Obviously, a tot cannot get on a bike. But the tot does not even know that he or she cannot get on a bike. So it is unconscious, without any understanding, incompetence. The child grows up a little bit, is now conscious that it's difficult, I cannot still get up on a bike. So it's conscious, but it is still incompetent. So it is conscious incompetence. Then, when you grow up, and you're able to actually ride a bike, but what happens whenever you are starting to ride or drive anything, you see those L plate wale kaise drive karte hain like this, You see that, We laugh, but all of us have passed through that stage once upon a time. That is conscious competence. You are having the competence, but you are also conscious. But then, friends, you have left 25 kilometers away from your factory and you have to reach home. Your thoughts are working in some direction. But do you ever go wrong? Do you ever reach at a destination otherwise than you are supposed to reach? Your mind is working all the time. You don't even think about it, but you never make any mistake. Right turn, left turn, this, that, signal, traffic signal, it's all by instinct. So this is unconscious competence. Friends, I'm only giving these small little examples. These can be subjects of their own, if one has to talk about. But all that I want to say is when I have taken you through this game, GAME, goals, attitude, motivation, and enthusiasm, let me tell you, this game is in your hands. Because all that you need to do is unleash the power within.